This is a normal human head from the area of Paracas. Now, what makes it normal is the fact that the shape is normal. That's more or less, hopefully, what your head looks like. And you see here, the skull is made up of 3 plates. You have the frontal plate here, and you have the parietal plates, 1 and 2. Now, in stark contrast to this, we have this one. This is an elongated skull. You can see in comparison just the basic size difference. This versus this. And whereas this has 3 plates in the head, this one has 2. It has a frontal plate and it has a parietal plate, but only 1, not 2 of them. Another interesting feature is you see this hole in the jaw. That's where nerves and blood vessels flow to feed the jaw with nutrition. The elongated skull has that as well. But in the back of the elongated skull, it also has this hole that goes right through. That hole again is for nerve and blood vessels to come out to feed the fact that the skull is so big. Nature probably or must have done that. This is not a bound skull in terms of being artificially done. The normal skull doesn't have that hole. This piece that's missing is what's called trepanation. That's where brain surgery was done to it at least 1,000, if not more than 1,000 years ago. And here on the side is another example. You can even see, if I get up close, the saw marks or the cutting marks that were done. There. Hopefully this individual survived the surgery. But what we're most intrigued with is this skull here, and the fact that its shape is so completely different than an average person. It was only the royal people and the priestly people who were bound, and this is phenomenon found all over the world, but the largest skulls in the world and the ones which seem to be natural in shape so far are only found in the area of Paracas. Another interesting feature is the normal skull has molars. The elongated skull doesn't have molars and doesn't even have pits where the molars are supposed to have been. As these were agricultural people, they should have molars because they would have to do a lot of chewing. Let's also do a comparison of the eye sockets. You see, here's a normal eye socket size. This one is at least larger and different in shape. And all of this can be seen, and more, many examples, in the seaside village of Chaco in Paracas, which is 4 hours south by bus from Lima. A nice large collection of elongated skulls are on display, as well as amazing artifacts from the Inca, Chincha, Nazca, and Wadi cultures, as well as the Paracas culture.